What happens when the one person you love becomes the one thing your enemies want to destroy? In part 1, Hannah Brooks fell in love with the impossible, a mafia boss named Tyler Kong who was told he could never father a child. But she's carrying his miracle baby. They confessed their feelings. They kissed under the stars. They thought they finally found peace. They were wrong, because in Tyler's world, love doesn't bring happiness. It brings war. And the war just started. Hannah wakes up wrapped in Tyler's arms. The morning light filters through the curtains, soft and golden. For a moment, she just lies there, listening to his steady breathing, feeling the rise and fall of his chest beneath her cheek. He stayed. All night. He held her while she slept, keeping the nightmares away. Tyler stirs, and his arms tighten around her. "You're awake," he murmurs, his voice rough with sleep. "So are you," Hannah whispers. He opens his eyes and looks down at her. His hair is messy. His face is soft in a way she's never seen. He looks younger, less dangerous. "How do you feel?" he asks. "Safe," Hannah says honestly. "When I'm with you, I feel safe." Something flashes in Tyler's eyes. Relief, wonder, something deeper. "Good," he whispers. "That's all I want." They lie there for a few more minutes, just holding each other. Then Tyler's phone buzzes on the nightstand. He reaches for it, frowning. "What is it?" Hannah asks. Tyler's jaw clenches as he reads the message. "My grandmother," he says quietly. "She wants to meet you." Hannah sits up, her heart pounding. "Your grandmother? Why?" "Because word has reached Seoul about you. About the baby." Tyler runs a hand through his hair. "She's the matriarch of the Kong family. Nothing happens without her approval. And if she wants to meet you," he looks at Hannah. "It means she believes the baby might really be mine." Hannah's hands start shaking. "Tyler, I can't meet your family. I'm not ready for that." Tyler sits up and takes her hands in his. "I know this is overwhelming, but my grandmother isn't someone you can refuse. She's already on a plane to Atlanta." "She's coming here?" Hannah's voice rises. "When?" "Tomorrow." Hannah stands up, pacing. "This is too much. This is all happening too fast. I can't." Tyler stands and catches her shoulders gently. "Look at me." Hannah stops and meets his eyes. "My grandmother is intimidating," Tyler says quietly, "but she's fair. And if she sees what I see in you, your strength, your kindness, your fire, she'll understand why I can't let you go." Hannah's breath catches. "Tyler, I know we haven't talked about what this is between us," he continues, "but I need you to know something. I'm not doing any of this just because of the baby. I'm doing it because of you." Tears fill Hannah's eyes. "You barely know me. I know enough." Tyler's thumb strokes her cheek. "I know you're brave even when you're terrified. I know you have a good heart. I know you make me want to be better than I am." His voice drops to a whisper. "And I know that losing you would destroy me." A tear slides down Hannah's face. Tyler catches it with his thumb. "I'll be with you tomorrow," he says softly. "Every second. You won't face her alone." Hannah nods, unable to speak. Tyler pulls her into his arms, and she buries her face in his chest, trying to calm her racing heart. The next day arrives too quickly. Hannah stands in front of the mirror, smoothing down her simple black dress. Tyler insisted she didn't need to dress up, but she wanted to make a good impression. Tyler appears behind her in the mirror. He's wearing a perfectly tailored black suit, his hair styled, his face composed. He looks every inch the powerful man he is. "You look beautiful," he says quietly. "I look terrified," Hannah corrects. Tyler's lips curve into a small smile. "That too." He steps closer and rests his hands on her shoulders. "But you're going to be fine. Just be yourself." "What if she hates me?" Hannah whispers. "She won't." Tyler turns her around to face him. "And even if she did, it wouldn't change anything. You're mine, Hannah. No one, not even my grandmother, can change that." The possessiveness in his voice should scare her, but instead, it makes her feel protected, wanted. Tyler's phone buzzes. He glances at it. "She's here." Hannah's stomach drops. Tyler takes her hand and leads her to the living room. Moments later, the door opens, and a woman walks in. She's small, elegant, probably in her 70s. She wears a traditional Korean hanbok in deep burgundy, her silver hair pulled back in a neat bun. Her eyes are sharp, intelligent, and they move over Hannah like a blade. "Grandmother," Tyler says, bowing slightly. The woman nods. Then her eyes fix on Hannah. "So," she says in perfect English, her voice strong and clear, "you are the girl carrying my grandson's child." Hannah swallows hard. "Yes, ma'am. My name is Hannah Brooks." The grandmother steps closer, studying Hannah's face. "You're very young. I'm 27. And you work as a social worker, I'm told." "Yes, ma'am." "Why?" Hannah blinks. I wanted to help people, especially children who don't have anyone to protect them." Something flickers in the grandmother's eyes. "Admirable." She walks around Hannah slowly, like she's examining a painting. "How far along are you?" 15 weeks now. "And you claim my grandson is the father." "I'm not claiming anything," Hannah says, her voice soft but firm. "I'm telling the truth. Tyler is the only man I've been with." The grandmother stops in front of her. "Do you know who my grandson is? What he does?" "Yes." "And you're not afraid?" Hannah's hands tremble, but she lifts her chin. "I'm terrified, but fear isn't going to change the fact that I'm pregnant, or the fact that Tyler deserves to know." The grandmother's eyes narrow. "You could have kept this secret, raised the child alone, taken money from him and disappeared. Why didn't you?" "Because it's not just about me," Hannah says quietly. "This baby deserves to know their father, and Tyler deserves to know his child." For a long moment, the grandmother says nothing. Then, to Hannah's shock, she smiles. "You have courage," she says. "I like that." She turns to Tyler. "She's not what I expected." "She never is," Tyler says quietly, his eyes on Hannah. The grandmother walks to the couch and sits down, gesturing for them to join her. "Sit. We have much to discuss." Hannah and Tyler sit across from her, Tyler's hand finding Hannah's and holding it tight. "Tyler was told he could never have children," the grandmother says, her voice soft now. "After the accident, we consulted the best doctors in the world. They all said the same thing. It broke his heart, though he never said so." She looks at Hannah. "If this child is truly his, it is a miracle. But miracles come with a price." "What price?" Hannah whispers. "Danger," the grandmother says simply. "Tyler has enemies, powerful ones. If they learn of this child, they will use it against him." "Against you?" Her eyes are serious now. "Are you prepared for that life?" Hannah's throat tightens. She looks at Tyler, and he squeezes her hand. "I don't know," Hannah admits. "But I'm willing to try. For the baby. And," she swallows, "for Tyler." The grandmother studies her for a long moment. Then she nods. "There is something you should know," she says slowly. "Something Tyler doesn't even remember." Tyler's brow furrows. "What are you talking about?" The grandmother reaches into her bag and pulls out an old photograph. She hands it to Tyler. "Look at this." Carefully, Tyler takes the photo. Hannah leans over to see. It's a picture of a young boy, maybe 4 or 5 years old, standing with an older man and woman. The boy is smiling, holding the hand of a little girl with brown skin and bright eyes. "Who is this?" Tyler asks. "That's you," the grandmother says. "When you were 5, your father took you to America for business. While you were there, you made a friend. A little girl whose mother worked at the hotel where we stayed." Hannah's heart starts pounding. "Her name was Hannah," the grandmother says quietly. "She was 3 years old." The room goes silent. Tyler stares at the photograph. His hand is shaking. "What are you saying?" he whispers. "I'm saying you've met before." The grandmother looks at Hannah. "You don't remember, do you?" Hannah shakes her head, tears streaming down her face. I don't. Your mother worked at the hotel in Atlanta where we stayed for 3 months, the grandmother continues. You and Tyler played together every day. You were inseparable. Tyler cried when we had to leave. He asked about you for months. She pauses. He eventually forgot. But I never did. Tyler looks at Hannah, his eyes wide with shock and wonder. That's why, he whispers. That's why I felt that pull the moment I saw you in Seoul. I knew you. My soul remembered you. Hannah can't breathe. Tears pour down her face. Tyler. Tyler drops the photograph and pulls Hannah into his arms. It was always you. He whispers against her hair. From the very beginning, it was always you. The grandmother stands. Fate brought you back together. Don't waste this gift. And with that, she walks to the door. I'll return to Seoul, she says. But I'll be watching. Protect her, Tyler. Protect them both. I will, Tyler says fiercely. With my life. The grandmother nods and leaves. The door closes, and Hannah and Tyler are left alone, holding each other, processing the impossible truth. They were meant to find each other all along. Hannah can't stop staring at the photograph. She sits on the couch, the old picture trembling in her hands. The little girl in the photo has her smile, her eyes, and the little boy holding her hand is unmistakably Tyler. Same dark eyes, same serious expression, even at 5 years old. I don't remember, she whispers, tears streaming down her face. Why don't I remember you? Tyler sits beside her, his arm around her shoulders. You were only 3. Most people don't remember things from that age. But you remembered, Hannah says, looking up at him. Your grandmother said you cried when you left. You asked about me. Tyler's jaw tightens. I was 5. I remembered for a while. But then the accident happened when I was 19. Everything from my childhood became blurry. The trauma erased so much. He touches her face gently. But my soul didn't forget. That's why I couldn't walk away from you in Seoul. Something in me recognized you. Hannah leans into his touch, fresh tears falling. We were connected from the beginning. We were always meant to find each other again, Tyler whispers. He pulls her closer, pressing a kiss to her forehead. And now we have, and I'm never letting you go. Hannah closes her eyes, letting herself believe it, letting herself feel safe in his arms. But the peace doesn't last. Tyler's phone rings. He pulls it out, and his expression darkens immediately. What is it? Hannah asks. It's one of my men in Seoul. Tyler stands and answers. Talk to me. Hannah watches as Tyler's face goes cold. Hard. Dangerous. When? He snaps. How did they find out? A pause. No. Absolutely not. I don't care what it takes. Shut it down. Now. He hangs up and runs a hand through his hair. His jaw clenched so tight Hannah can see the muscle jumping. Tyler, what happened? He turns to her, and the look in his eyes makes her blood run cold. Someone leaked information to my biggest rival, he says quietly. They know about you. They know about the baby. And they know about our connection from childhood. Hannah's hand flies to her stomach. How? I don't know yet, but I will find out. Tyler kneels in front of her, taking her hands. Hannah, listen to me very carefully. I need to go back to Seoul. There's a situation I have to handle personally. No. Hannah's voice breaks. No, don't leave me. Not now. I have to. Tyler's voice is firm but gentle. This threat is too big. If I don't eliminate it now, they'll come after you. After our baby. I can't let that happen. Then take me with you, Hannah says desperately. Absolutely not. Seoul is too dangerous right now. Tyler cups her face. You'll stay here. I'm tripling your security. No one will get within 100 feet of you. How long will you be gone? Tyler hesitates. A week. Maybe 2. 2 weeks. Hannah's voice cracks. She grabs his shirt. Tyler, please. What if something happens to you? Nothing will happen to me. Tyler's thumb strokes her cheek. I've survived in this world for 10 years, Hannah. I'm not going to die now. Not when I finally have something worth living for. Fresh tears spill down Hannah's face. I'm scared. I know. Tyler pulls her into his arms, holding her tight. But I need you to be brave for me. Can you do that? Hannah nods against his chest, even though her whole body is shaking. Tyler pulls back and looks into her eyes. I need you to promise me something. Anything. If anyone approaches you, anyone you don't know, you run. You call me immediately. You don't trust anyone except the security team I'm leaving with you. Promise me. I promise, Hannah whispers. Tyler leans in and kisses her. It's slow, deep, desperate, like he's trying to memorize the taste of her lips. When he pulls away, his forehead rests against hers. I will come back to you, he whispers. Nothing in this world could keep me away. 5 days later, Hannah feels like she's drowning. Tyler calls her every day, but the calls are short. He sounds tired, stressed, and he won't tell her details about what's happening in Seoul. It's better if you don't know, he said yesterday. Just trust me, Hannah. I'm handling it. But Hannah can hear the strain in his voice, and it terrifies her. She sits in the apartment, her hand on her growing belly, feeling more alone than ever. A knock on the door makes her jump. She stands carefully and walks to the door, looking through the peephole. It's Marcus. Hannah's heart stops. Marcus? What are you doing here? Hannah, please, Marcus says through the door. I just want to talk. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. How did you find me? I followed you from the coffee shop last week. I'm sorry. I know that sounds creepy, but I've been worried about you. His voice softens. Please, Hannah, just let me talk to you. Hannah hesitates. She shouldn't open the door. Tyler told her not to trust anyone. But this is Marcus, her ex-boyfriend, someone she knew for 3 years. He wouldn't hurt her, would he? Against her better judgment, Hannah unlocks the door and opens it just a crack, keeping the chain lock on. What do you want, Marcus? Marcus looks terrible. His eyes are red, like he hasn't slept. His clothes are wrinkled. I want you to leave him, Marcus says desperately. Hannah, I've been doing research on Tyler Kong. Do you know who he really is? What he's done? I know exactly who he is, Hannah says quietly. Then you know he's dangerous. You know he's a criminal. He's killed people, Hannah. Marcus steps closer. Please, come with me. Let me protect you and the baby. We can start over. I still love you. Hannah's chest tightens. Marcus, you left me 2 years ago. You made your choice. And it was the worst mistake of my life. Marcus's voice breaks. I'm asking for another chance. Please, Hannah, don't throw your life away on a man like him. He's not what you think he is, Hannah says softly. Yes, he's dangerous. Yes, his world is dark. But he's also kind and protective. And he makes me feel. She pauses. He makes me feel seen. Marcus's jaw clenches. He's brainwashed you. No. He's shown me who he really is. Hannah steps back. I'm sorry, Marcus, but I've made my choice. Please leave. Marcus stares at her for a long moment. Then something shifts in his expression. Something cold. Something angry. You're making a mistake, he says quietly. That's my choice to make. Marcus nods slowly. Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. He turns and walks away. Hannah closes the door and locks it, her heart pounding. Something about that conversation felt wrong. The look in Marcus's eyes at the end. It wasn't hurt. It was something darker. She pulls out her phone and calls Tyler. It rings, and rings, and rings. No answer. Hannah's stomach twists with fear. She tries again. Still no answer. She's about to try a third time when her phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. If you want to see Tyler alive again, come to the address below. Alone. Tell no one. You have 1 hour. Hannah's hands start shaking so badly she almost drops the phone. An address appears below the message. It's a warehouse on the outskirts of the city. This can't be real. This has to be a trick. But what if it's not? What if Tyler is in danger? Hannah's mind races. She knows she should call Tyler's security team. She knows she should follow his instructions and stay put. But the text said come alone. And if she doesn't go, if something happens to Tyler because she was too scared, she can't live with that. Hannah grabs her jacket and her keys. Her hands won't stop shaking, but she forces herself to move. She looks at the security guard stationed outside her door. I need some air, she says, trying to keep her voice steady. Just a quick walk around the block. The guard nods. I'll accompany you. No, Hannah says quickly. I need a few minutes alone. Please, just 10 minutes. The guard hesitates. Miss Brooks, Mr. Kong gave strict orders. Please, Hannah begs, tears filling her eyes. Just 10 minutes. I'll stay on this street. I promise. The guard looks uncomfortable, but finally nods. 10 minutes. Not a second more. Hannah nods and walks toward the elevator. But instead of going down to the street, she takes the emergency stairs to the parking garage. She gets into a taxi and gives the driver the address from the text. As the car pulls away, Hannah's phone buzzes again. Good girl. Come alone or he dies. Tears stream down Hannah's face. Her hand moves to her stomach. Please let this be the right choice, she whispers. Please let him be okay. But deep down, she knows she's walking into a trap, and there's no one coming to save her. The warehouse is dark, cold, and empty. Hannah steps out of the taxi, her heart pounding so hard she can barely breathe. The building looms in front of her like a monster. Broken windows, rusted metal, shadows everywhere. She shouldn't be here. Every instinct in her body is screaming at her to run. But Tyler might be inside. She pulls out her phone and tries calling him one more time. No answer. Tears blur her vision. She wipes them away and forces herself to walk toward the warehouse entrance. The door is already open. Hello? She calls out, her voice shaking. Is anyone there? Silence. Hannah steps inside. The air smells like dust and rust. The only light comes from broken windows high above, casting strange shadows across the concrete floor. Tyler? She calls out louder now. Tyler, are you here? He's not. Hannah spins around, and her blood runs cold. Marcus steps out of the shadows. But he's not alone. 3 men stand behind him, big, dangerous-looking men with cold eyes. Marcus. Hannah's voice cracks. What is this? Marcus smiles, but it's not the warm smile she remembers. It's cruel. I told you that you were making a mistake, Hannah, but you didn't listen. Hannah backs away, her hand instinctively moving to her stomach. Where's Tyler? The message said. There was no message from Tyler, Marcus says, stepping closer. I sent it. I knew you'd come running if you thought your precious mafia boss was in danger. Hannah's legs shake. Why are you doing this? Because you chose him over me. Marcus's voice hardens. After everything we had, after 3 years together, you threw it all away for a criminal you barely know. You left me. Hannah's voice rises, tears streaming down her face. You ended things, Marcus. Not me. And I came back. Marcus shouts. I came back and told you I made a mistake, but you didn't care. You'd already moved on. With him. He spits the last word like poison. So what? Hannah demands, fear making her voice shake. What are you going to do? Hurt me? Kill me? Marcus laughs. A cold, bitter sound. No. I'm not going to hurt you, Hannah. I'm going to save you. Save me. Hannah stares at him. From what? From Tyler Kong. Marcus pulls out his phone and shows her a picture. Do you know who I work for? Hannah looks at the screen and her heart stops. It's a man she doesn't recognize. Asian, middle-aged, wearing an expensive suit. But the look in his eyes is pure evil. His name is Park Ji-hoon, Marcus says. He's Tyler's biggest rival. And he's been paying me very well to get close to you. Hannah's world tilts. You've been working for Tyler's enemy this whole time? Not the whole time. Marcus shrugs. When I saw you at that coffee shop, I genuinely wanted you back. But then I did some digging on Tyler Kong. And I found out that Park Ji-hoon has been looking for a way to destroy him for years. He steps closer. And then I realized you're his weakness. You and that baby. Hannah backs away until her back hits the wall. Marcus, please. Don't do this. I'm not going to hurt you, Marcus repeats. Park Ji-hoon wants you alive. He's going to use you to lure Tyler into a trap. And when Tyler comes to save you, and he will, Park will kill him. No. Hannah whispers, her voice breaking. No, please. You don't have to do this. Yes, I do. Marcus's voice softens. Because once Tyler is dead, you'll be free. You'll see that I'm the right choice. That I'm the one who truly loves you. Hannah stares at him in horror. You're insane. Marcus's face hardens. No. I'm in love. He nods to the men behind him. Take her. The men move forward. Hannah screams and tries to run, but they're too fast. Strong hands grab her arms, yanking her back. Let me go, she cries, struggling. Please, let me go. Don't hurt her, Marcus snaps. She's pregnant. The men drag Hannah toward a back room. She fights with everything she has, kicking, screaming, but they're too strong. They throw her into a small room and slam the door shut. Hannah hears a lock click. She runs to the door and pounds on it with her fists. Let me out, she screams. Please, Marcus, please. But no one answers. Hannah slides down the door, sobbing. Her hands move to her stomach, and she curls around her baby, trying to protect it. I'm so sorry, she whispers. I'm so sorry. I should have listened to Tyler. I should have stayed safe. She pulls out her phone with shaking hands. But there's no signal. Nothing. She's trapped. And Tyler has no idea where she is. Meanwhile, in Seoul, Tyler sits in a dark room, his hands covered in blood that isn't his. The man in the chair in front of him is barely conscious, his face swollen and bloody. I'll ask you one more time, Tyler says, his voice deadly calm. Who betrayed me? The man groans. I don't know. Tyler grabs the man's throat. Wrong answer. His phone rings. Tyler releases the man and pulls out his phone. It's one of his men in Atlanta, the one watching Hannah. What? Tyler snaps. Sir, we have a problem. Miss Brooks left the apartment. We've been searching for 2 hours, but we can't find her. Tyler's blood runs cold. What do you mean she left? She told the guard she needed air. She promised she'd stay close, but she disappeared. We've checked everywhere. Find her. Tyler's voice is like ice. Now, or I'll kill every single one of you myself. He hangs up and immediately dials Hannah's number. It goes straight to voicemail. Tyler's hands start shaking. His chest tightens. Panic, something he never feels, crashes over him like a wave. No, he whispers. No, no, no. He pulls up the tracking app on his phone, the one he secretly installed on Hannah's phone weeks ago for situations exactly like this. Her last location pings. An abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Atlanta. Tyler's blood turns to ice. Get the jet ready, he barks to his assistant. Now, and call every man we have in Atlanta. I want that warehouse surrounded in the next hour. Sir, what's happening? Park Ji-hoon has her. Tyler's voice shakes with rage. He has Hannah. The room goes silent. Then Tyler does something he hasn't done in years. He prays. Please, he whispers. Please let her be okay. Please. Because if something happens to Hannah, if that baby is hurt, Tyler knows he'll burn the entire world to the ground. And he won't stop until every single person responsible is dead. Back in the warehouse, Hannah sits in the dark room, her arms wrapped around herself. Hours have passed. Maybe 3, maybe 4. She's lost track. Her phone is dead now. The battery finally gave out. She's thirsty, exhausted, terrified, and she hasn't felt the baby move in over an hour. Please, she whispers, her hand on her stomach. Please be okay. Please. Suddenly, the door opens. Marcus walks in with a bottle of water and some crackers. Here, eat something. Hannah glares at him through her tears. I don't want anything from you. You need to keep your strength up. For the baby. Marcus sets the water and crackers on the floor. Park Ji-hoon will be here in a few hours. And then Tyler will come. He'll kill you, Hannah says quietly. When he finds out what you've done, he'll kill you. Marcus's jaw tightens. He'll try, but Park Ji-hoon has an army. Tyler can't win this fight. You don't know him, Hannah whispers. You don't know what he's capable of. Marcus stares at her for a long moment. Do you love him? Hannah looks up, tears streaming down her face. Yes, she whispers. I love him. Marcus's face twists with pain and anger. Then you're a fool. He turns and walks out, slamming the door shut. Hannah curls up on the cold floor, her hand on her stomach, and she whispers into the darkness. Tyler, please find me. Please. And somewhere, thousands of miles away, Tyler Kong boards a private jet with murder in his eyes and only one thought in his mind. I'm coming, Hannah. Hold on. I'm coming. Tyler's jet lands in Atlanta in record time. He doesn't wait for the stairs. He jumps down the moment the door opens and runs to the car waiting on the tarmac. His men are already there, 15 of them, armed. Ready. Status. Tyler barks as he climbs into the SUV. The warehouse is surrounded. His head of security reports. We count at least 12 hostiles inside. Park Ji-hoon arrived 20 minutes ago. Tyler's jaw clenches so hard it hurts. And Hannah? We believe she's in the back room. Second floor. We have thermal imaging showing one person alone in that location. She's alive. Tyler's voice cracks just slightly. Yes, sir. Alive. Tyler closes his eyes for just a moment. Thank God. What's the plan? One of his men asks. Tyler's eyes open, and they're pure ice. Pure rage. We go in. We get Hannah. And we kill everyone who stands in our way. Sir, Park Ji-hoon has more men than we do. This could get messy. I don't care if it gets messy. Tyler pulls out his gun and checks the clip. I don't care if we have to burn that entire building to the ground. No one touches her. No one. The cars speed through the Atlanta streets. Tyler's heart pounds with every second that passes. Asterisk, please be okay. Please be okay. Please. Asterisk. Inside the warehouse, Hannah hears voices. Lots of voices. She stands and presses her ear to the door, trying to hear what's happening. Kong will be here soon. Kill him the moment he walks through the door. The girl is just bait. Hannah's blood runs cold. They're planning to kill Tyler. She has to warn him. She has to do something. But she's trapped in this room with no phone, no weapon, nothing. She looks around desperately. The room is bare except for some old wooden crates and a broken chair. Hannah grabs one of the chair legs and breaks it off. It's not much, but it's something. She stands by the door, the wooden leg raised, her heart pounding. If someone opens that door, she's going to fight. For her baby, for Tyler, for herself. Outside the warehouse, Tyler and his men move into position. Remember, Tyler says quietly, his voice deadly calm. Hannah is pregnant. No explosives. No grenades. No fire. We go in clean. We get her out. Then we burn this place down. His men nod. Tyler looks at the warehouse. Dark, looming. Holding the woman he loves prisoner. On my signal, he whispers. Then he moves. Tyler is the first through the door. His gun is up, his eyes scanning. Two of Park's men appear from the shadows. Tyler doesn't hesitate. 2 shots. Both men drop. Contact! One of his men shouts. Gunfire erupts. Tyler moves through the warehouse like a force of nature. Fast, efficient, deadly. Anyone who gets in his way falls. His mind is focused on one thing and one thing only. Hannah. He reaches the stairs to the second floor. 3 men try to block his path. Tyler doesn't slow down. He fires. Once, twice, 3 times. They fall. He takes the stairs 2 at a time, his men covering him from below. At the top of the stairs, he sees Marcus. Tyler's blood boils. He recognizes him from the coffee shop, Hannah's ex. The man who looked at her like she was his. And now Tyler knows the truth. Marcus is the traitor. You, Tyler snarls, raising his gun. Marcus raises his hands. Wait, Tyler, wait. I can explain. You betrayed her. Tyler's voice shakes with rage. You lied to her. You trapped her. You put my child in danger. I was trying to save her from you. Marcus shouts. You're the dangerous one. You're the monster. Tyler steps closer, his gun steady. Where is she? Marcus swallows hard. She's safe. In the back room. I didn't hurt her. I swear. You're right, Tyler says quietly. You didn't hurt her. Because if you had, you'd already be dead. He pulls the trigger. The shot echoes through the warehouse. Marcus drops, clutching his leg, screaming. That's for touching her, Tyler says coldly. Then he steps over Marcus and runs toward the back room. Hannah hears the gunshot. Her heart stops. Tyler. She grips the chair leg tighter, tears streaming down her face. Then she hears footsteps. running, coming closer. The door handle rattles. "Hannah!" is Tyler's voice. "Tyler!" Hannah screams, dropping the chair leg and running to the door. "Tyler, I'm here. Stand back from the door," he shouts. Hannah backs away. A gunshot blows the lock apart. The door crashes open, and there he is. Tyler stands in the doorway, his gun still raised, his suit covered in blood, his eyes wild. But the moment he sees her, everything in his face changes. "Hannah!" he breathes. Hannah runs to him, and Tyler catches her in his arms. He drops his gun and holds her so tight she can barely breathe. "Are you hurt?" he asks frantically, his hands moving over her face, her arms, her stomach. "Did they hurt you? Is the baby okay?" "I'm okay." Hannah sobs into his chest. "I'm okay. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have left. I thought you were in danger." "Shoo!" Tyler cups her face, forcing her to look at him. "It's not your fault. This is not your fault. Marcus, he was working for your enemy. He set a trap." "I know." Tyler's jaw clenches. "And he'll pay for it. But right now I need to get you out of here." He takes off his jacket and wraps it around her shoulders. Then he picks up his gun with one hand and takes her hand with the other. "Stay close to me," he says. "Don't let go." Hannah nods, gripping his hand tight. They move through the warehouse. Hannah tries not to look at the bodies on the ground. Tyler's men have cleared most of the building, but gunfire still echoes from somewhere below. As they reach the stairs, a man steps out of the shadows. He's older, Asian, wearing an expensive suit. His eyes are cold and calculating. "Park Ji-hoon." "Tyler Kong," Park says, smiling. "I was hoping you'd come." Tyler pushes Hannah behind him, his gun aimed at Park's head. "You made a mistake touching her." "Did I?" Park's smile widens. "Or did I finally find your weakness?" His eyes move to Hannah. "She's pretty. I can see why you'd risk everything for her." "Say one more word about her," Tyler says quietly, "and I'll put a bullet between your eyes." Park laughs. "You're outnumbered, Tyler. My men have you surrounded. You can't win this fight. Watch me." Tyler fires, but Park is fast. He ducks and pulls his own gun. Everything happens in seconds. Park fires. Tyler shoves Hannah to the ground, covering her body with his. The bullet misses. Tyler's men burst into the room from 3 different directions. Gunfire erupts. Park tries to run, but Tyler is faster. He tackles Park to the ground, and his fist connects with Park's face once, twice, 3 times. "You threatened her," Tyler snarls. "You put my child in danger." He hits Park again, and again. Blood splatters across the concrete. "Tyler!" Hannah cries out. "Tyler, stop!" Tyler freezes, his fist raised. He looks back at Hannah, and something in her eyes makes him pause. She's not scared of Park. She's scared of what Tyler is becoming. Tyler slowly lowers his fist. He stands, breathing hard, and pulls out his gun. "You're not worth my time," he says to Park. Then he looks at his men. "Take him. Let him rot in a cell for the rest of his life. Death is too easy for him." His men drag Park away, and Tyler immediately goes to Hannah. He pulls her into his arms again. "It's over," he whispers into her hair. "It's over. You're safe." Hannah clings to him, sobbing. "I thought I lost you. I thought. You'll never lose me." Tyler pulls back and looks into her eyes. His hand moves to her stomach. "How's the baby?" "I don't know," Hannah admits, fear creeping into her voice. "I haven't felt movement in hours." "Tyler, I'm scared." Tyler's face goes pale. "We need to get you to a hospital. Now." He scoops her up in his arms and carries her out of the warehouse. His men have cleared the building. Police sirens wail in the distance, but Tyler doesn't care. He carries Hannah to the car, sets her gently in the back seat, and climbs in beside her. "Drive," he barks. "Nearest hospital. Fast." As the car speeds through the streets, Tyler holds Hannah's hand, his thumb stroking her knuckles. "Stay with me," he whispers. "Both of you, please stay with me." Hannah squeezes his hand. "We're not going anywhere." Tyler leans down and presses his forehead to hers. "I love you," he whispers. God, Hannah, I love you so much. Hannah's breath catches. You love me. From the moment I saw you in Seoul. Maybe even before that. Maybe from when we were children. His voice breaks. I love you. And I'm never letting you go again. Tears stream down Hannah's face. I love you too. Tyler kisses her. Soft, desperate, full of everything they've been through and everything they still have to face. When he pulls away, he rests his hand on her stomach. Hold on, little one, he whispers. We're almost there. And for the first time in hours, Hannah feels hope. The hospital room is too quiet. Hannah lies on the bed, her hand gripping Tyler's so tight her knuckles are white. The doctor moves the ultrasound wand across her stomach, her eyes fixed on the screen. Tyler hasn't taken his eyes off Hannah's face. His jaw is tight. His breathing is shallow. Please, Hannah whispers, tears streaming down her face. Please let my baby be okay. The doctor's expression is unreadable. She moves the wand slowly, carefully, searching. The seconds feel like hours. Then, a sound fills the room. Asterisk thump thump. Thump thump. Thump thump. Asterisk. A heartbeat. Strong. Steady. Perfect. There, the doctor says, smiling. There's your baby. Hannah chokes on a sob. Tyler's hand flies to his mouth, and his eyes close. The baby is fine, the doctor continues. Heart rate is normal. Size is perfect for 16 weeks. Everything looks healthy. Are you sure? Tyler asks, his voice rough. You're absolutely sure? I'm sure. The doctor points to the screen. See? That's the head, the arms, the legs. Your baby is doing beautifully. Tyler stares at the screen, and for the first time in 10 years, tears slide down his face. That's our baby, he whispers. That's our baby, Hannah repeats, laughing and crying at the same time. Tyler leans down and kisses her forehead, her cheeks, her lips. Thank you, he whispers against her mouth. Thank you for giving me this, for giving me a family. We're a family, Hannah whispers back. The three of us. The doctor prints out ultrasound pictures and hands them to Tyler. He stares at them like they're the most precious thing in the world. I want to know, Tyler says suddenly, looking at the doctor. Can you tell us? Is it a boy or a girl? The doctor smiles. Would you like to know? Yes, Hannah and Tyler say at the same time. The doctor looks at the screen and grins. Congratulations. You're having a girl. Tyler's breath stops. A girl. A daughter. Hannah whispers, her hand moving to her stomach. We're having a daughter. Tyler sits down heavily in the chair beside the bed, his hands still clutching the ultrasound pictures. He looks completely overwhelmed. This dangerous, powerful man brought to his knees by the news of a tiny baby girl. A daughter, he repeats, his voice breaking. I'm going to have a daughter. Hannah reaches out and touches his face. Are you okay? Tyler looks up at her, and his eyes are filled with tears. I spent 12 years believing I could never have this, that I was broken, that I'd never be a father. He swallows hard. And now I'm going to have a daughter, with you, the girl I was meant to find all along. Hannah pulls him close, and Tyler buries his face in her neck, his shoulders shaking. I don't deserve this, he whispers. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve her. Yes, you do, Hannah says fiercely. You deserve to be happy, Tyler. You deserve to be loved. And our daughter is so lucky to have you as her father. Tyler pulls back and looks at her, his eyes red but filled with something Hannah has never seen before. Pure joy. I'm going to be the best father I can be, he says quietly. I promise you, I'll protect her. I'll love her. I'll give her everything. I know you will, Hannah whispers. The doctor clears her throat gently. I'll give you two some privacy. But Hannah, you need rest. You've been through a traumatic experience. I want to keep you overnight for observation. Okay, Hannah says. The doctor leaves, and Tyler immediately climbs onto the hospital bed beside Hannah, careful not to hurt her. He wraps his arms around her and pulls her close. Don't ever scare me like that again, he whispers into her hair. When I found out you were missing, I thought my heart was going to stop. I'm sorry, Hannah says. I thought you were in danger. I know. Tyler's arms tighten around her. But from now on, you don't face danger alone. We face it together. Always. Together, Hannah agrees. They lie there in silence for a while, just holding each other, processing everything that's happened. Tyler, Hannah says quietly. What happens now? With Park Ji-hoon? With Marcus? Tyler's jaw clenches. Park is in custody. My people are handling him. He'll never see daylight again. He pauses. And Marcus, he's alive. Barely. The bullet hit his leg. He'll survive to stand trial. Will there be trouble? Legal trouble? Not for you, Tyler says firmly. I'll handle everything. You're innocent in all of this. You were kidnapped. Held against your will. The law will see that. Hannah is quiet for a moment. And what about your life? Your world in Seoul? Tyler pulls back to look at her. What are you asking? I'm asking. Where do we go from here? Hannah's voice is soft. You have a life in Seoul. Responsibilities. A family business. And I have a life here in Atlanta. My job. My apartment. My world. She swallows. How do we make this work? Tyler cups her face. I'll make it work. Whatever it takes. But how? I've been thinking about that, Tyler admits. And I've made some decisions. He takes a deep breath. I'm stepping back from the family business. Hannah's eyes widen. What? Tyler, you can't. I can. And I will. His voice is firm. My brother can take over. He's been ready for years. And my grandmother, she understands. After everything that happened, she told me that family, real family, is more important than power. But your legacy. My legacy is you. Tyler's thumb strokes her cheek. My legacy is our daughter. I don't want her growing up in that world, Hannah. I don't want her to be afraid. I don't want her to see her father as a monster. Tears fill Hannah's eyes. Tyler, I'm not saying I'll walk away from everything, he continues. I'll still have connections. I'll still have resources. But the violence, the danger, the darkness, I'm done with it. He rests his hand on her stomach. I want to be the kind of father she can be proud of. The kind of man you deserve. I already think you're that man, Hannah whispers. Tyler smiles. A real, genuine smile that makes him look younger, lighter. Then marry me. Hannah's breath stops. What? Marry me? Tyler repeats. I know it's fast. I know we have a lot to figure out. But I love you, Hannah. I've loved you since before I even knew what love was. And I don't want to waste another second of my life without you. Tyler, Hannah's voice shakes. You don't have to answer now, Tyler says quickly. I know you're overwhelmed. I know. Yes. Hannah interrupts. Tyler freezes. What? Yes. Hannah repeats, laughing and crying at the same time. Yes, I'll marry you. Tyler stares at her like he can't believe what he's hearing. Then he kisses her. Deep, desperate, full of love and promise and everything they've fought so hard to find. When they finally pull apart, both of them are crying. I don't have a ring, Tyler says, laughing through his tears. I don't need a ring, Hannah says. I just need you. Tyler rests his forehead against hers. You have me. Forever. 6 months later. Hannah stands in front of the mirror, her hand on her very round belly. She's 34 weeks pregnant now. Her daughter, they named her Lily, kicks constantly. Strong, determined kicks that remind Hannah of her father. Tyler appears behind her in the mirror, wrapping his arms around her from behind. His hands rest on her stomach, and he smiles when he feels Lily kick. She's restless today, he says. Like her father, Hannah teases. Tyler laughs and kisses her neck. Are you ready? Almost. Today is their wedding day. Small, intimate, just close friends and family. Tyler's grandmother flew in from Seoul. Hannah's mother is here. And Tyler's brother, who Hannah has grown to love like her own. They decided to get married before Lily was born. They wanted to be a family, officially, when their daughter came into the world. You look beautiful, Tyler whispers, his eyes meeting hers in the mirror. I look pregnant, Hannah laughs. You look perfect. Tyler turns her around gently to face him. Hannah, I need to tell you something. What? Thank you. His voice is thick with emotion. Thank you for believing in me, for loving me, for giving me a reason to be better. Tyler, I mean it. He takes her hands. You saved my life, Hannah. Not just physically. You saved my soul. And I will spend the rest of my life making sure you know how much you mean to me. Tears stream down Hannah's face. You saved me too. I was lost before I met you. Broken. And you showed me what it means to be loved. Really loved. Tyler leans down and kisses her gently. Ready to become Mrs. Kong? Hannah smiles through her tears. I've been ready since the moment I met you. The ceremony is beautiful, simple, emotional, perfect. When Tyler says, I do, his voice breaks. When Hannah says, I do, she's crying so hard she can barely speak. They kiss as husband and wife, and everyone in the room cheers. Tyler's grandmother approaches them after the ceremony, tears in her wise old eyes. You found your way back to each other, she says, touching both their faces. Just as fate intended. Thank you, Tyler says, bowing to her, for believing in us. Thank you for proving me right, she replies with a smile. As the evening goes on, Hannah and Tyler sit together, his hand never leaving her stomach. What are you thinking about? Hannah asks. Everything, Tyler admits. How much my life has changed in less than a year. How I went from believing I was broken to this. He gestures around at the celebration at their family at her belly. I still can't believe it's real sometimes. It's real, Hannah says softly. We're real. And in a few weeks we're going to meet our daughter. Tyler's eyes fill with wonder. I can't wait. Are you scared? Terrified, Tyler admits. What if I mess up? What if I'm not a good father? Hannah takes his face in her hands. You're going to be an amazing father. I know it. Lily knows it. She places his hand on her belly. Feel that? She's not scared. She knows her daddy will protect her. Tyler's eyes close, and a tear slides down his cheek. I love you both so much. We love you too. For weeks later, Hannah wakes up at 3 in the morning with a sharp pain in her stomach. Tyler, she whispers, shaking his shoulder. Tyler, wake up. Tyler is awake instantly. What? What's wrong? I think it's time. Tyler's eyes go wide. Time? As in, the baby's coming. Tyler jumps out of bed so fast he almost falls. Okay. Don't panic. I'm not panicking. Are you panicking? Tyler, breathe, Hannah says, laughing even through the pain. Right? Breathing. I'm breathing. Tyler runs around the room, grabbing the hospital bag they packed weeks ago. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. Can you walk? Should I carry you? I can walk, Hannah says, smiling at how flustered he is. They get to the hospital, and the next 12 hours are a blur of pain, fear, encouragement, and love. Tyler never leaves her side. He holds her hand through every contraction. He whispers words of love and strength in her ear. And when the doctor finally says, one more push, Tyler's voice breaks as he says, you can do this, Hannah. I'm right here. And then a cry, the most beautiful sound Hannah has ever heard. It's a girl, the doctor announces, holding up a tiny, perfect baby covered in vernix and crying at the top of her lungs. Hannah sobs. Tyler sobs. The nurse places Lily on Hannah's chest, and the baby immediately stops crying. Hi, Lily, Hannah whispers through her tears. Hi, baby girl. We've been waiting for you. Tyler leans down, his hand gently touching Lily's tiny head. She has a head full of dark hair and Hannah's warm brown skin. She's absolutely perfect. She's beautiful, Tyler whispers, his voice shaking. She's so beautiful. Lily opens her eyes, dark, just like Tyler's, and looks up at her father. Tyler's breath catches. Hi, sweetheart, he whispers. I'm your daddy, and I promise I will love you and protect you every single day of your life. Lily wraps her tiny hand around Tyler's finger, and Tyler completely breaks down. He sinks into the chair beside the bed, his head resting on Hannah's shoulder, and he cries, deep, healing sobs that come from years of pain and loneliness finally being washed away. We did it, Hannah whispers, kissing his head. We made her. We made a miracle, Tyler says, looking up at her with eyes full of wonder and love. You gave me a miracle, Hannah. Hannah smiles, exhausted but happier than she's ever been in her life. No, we made a miracle. Together. Tyler kisses her gently, then leans down and kisses Lily's tiny forehead. Welcome to the world, Lily Kong, he whispers. Your mama and I have been waiting for you forever. 1 year later, Hannah sits in the garden of their new home in Atlanta, watching as Tyler chases 1-year-old Lily around the yard. Lily squeals with laughter, her chubby little legs running as fast as they can. Tyler pretends he can't catch her, and when he finally does, he scoops her up and spins her around. Again, Daddy. Again. Lily shouts. Again. Tyler laughs. We've done this 10 times already. Again. Tyler spins her again, and Lily's laughter fills the air. Hannah watches them, her heart so full it feels like it might burst. Tyler catches her eye and walks over, Lily in his arms. He sits beside Hannah and Lily immediately reaches for her mother. Mama, she says, giving Hannah a wet kiss on the cheek. Hi, baby, Hannah says, pulling her daughter close. Did Daddy wear you out? Never, Tyler says. She has infinite energy. I don't know where she gets it. From you, Hannah teases. Tyler smiles and wraps his arm around both of them. They sit there in the garden, the three of them together, and Hannah thinks about how far they've come. From 2 broken people meeting in a bar in Seoul to a family sitting in the sunshine, surrounded by love. What are you thinking about? Tyler asks softly. Everything, Hannah says. How impossible this all seemed a year ago. How scared I was. How lost we both were. Tyler kisses her temple. And now we're found, Hannah whispers. We're home. Tyler looks down at Lily, who's fallen asleep in Hannah's arms. She's our home, he says quietly. Both of you. Hannah leans her head on Tyler's shoulder. I love you. I love you, Tyler whispers back. Forever. And as the sun sets over their garden, Tyler Kong, the man who thought he could never have a family, holds his wife and daughter close and realizes something. He didn't just get a second chance at life. He got everything. What do you think about this story? Did Hannah make the right choice? Did Tyler become the man he promised to be? Tell me your thoughts in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more dark romance stories like this one. Thank you for watching. Until next time.